Hello, welcome back. So my last video did get cut off, but this is what she looks like, covered in blood and dirt and her little ears cut off and sad. So the last part is, like I said, I'm not going to put on contacts. I don't have that patience. So I am making these. I purchased on Amazon some tulle, some black tulle, and I just took a piece and folded it and cut it to look like this, and it'll go on the inside of the eye socket. So I'm just going to really quick show you guys how I did that. So a piece, I don't really remember exactly how long it was, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this. I know this is probably too long. And then I folded it in half long ways. Hot dog, I guess, is what a lot of people call it. I've heard that a lot, actually. So I folded it this way. And then I folded it 3 times across. So in half this way, in half the next way, and then in half one last time. So it's just dark enough that I can still see through it, but it's still black. So once I've done that, it's pretty evened out. I'm gonna take Fabri-Tac. It's like my favorite glue ever, Fabri-Tac. And I'm gonna glue it oh man, this just does not want to stay folded. Hold on. This is just getting out of hand. Okay, so I'm going to add glue to this edge and to this edge so that this edge isn't like rising too much. So I'm just gonna kind of crease where I want the glue on that edge, and then I apply the glue on both edges. Perfect. And then I will fold it in half again, and I'm going to use a popsicle stick to press it down because it's mesh. You're going to get glue all over your hands. So I'm just pressing it down. Trying to get it through all of the mesh I can. And then I'm taking these clips, these little, I think they're originally like hairpins or something, and I'm putting 3 on them because the 4th spot is going to be kind of perfect for hanging. I'm going to hang this up so it's not touching anything. I don't want it touching something and getting all over the place. So once that's done, I'm just going to hang it up right back here so that it can dry without getting everywhere. Once I've done that, then I cut it because I imagine that is going to be a little too big, a little too uncomfortable. So I cut it so that it was more round, more eye sockety, and then I sewed it. So when you start a sew, you with a sewing machine, you go forward and then you reverse. And I just did that every couple of inches. I sewed it and then I reverse sewed it, the whole thing, because I was afraid that it was going to come off. So that's going to get glued into this. I'm now going to take it off of this. I no longer need it on the thing. Did I have it pinned in another place? No. Okay. Which is why I have the black edging around the eye. So that way when it's pressed up against it, it doesn't look nearly as weird. That looks actually really good. Okay. I will still show you guys the sewing method I'm going to use and everything, so don't even worry. So I want to take Fabri-Tac, but we're going to take E6000, one of the best glues, and I'm going to glue it round. I don't want too much. And then, so around the edge like this. And then I want to make sure that it covers the eye socket, but it doesn't get seen from, I don't want any of the edges showing. Now we're just gonna press the edges down. E6000 is really strong, which is why I'm using it. Just gonna hold it down for a second. Now I'm just going to double check that you can't see any of the edges. And then go back to holding it down. I don't have anything because the only clips I have are the clips I'm using for the whole thing. Oh man, sometimes I laugh at myself. Alright, I will show you when the glue is mostly dry. So I got it to finally stick. It took for flippin' ever, but this is what it looks like. I'm pretty proud of that. Gotta say. Okay, now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put it to the side. And now the glue for the Fabri-Tac is, for the most part, dry. So now we're going to go ahead and cut an eye socket. So the problem with this is that it's so long, so we might have to yeah, that's still pretty big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some sewing needles and put sewing needles in the way that I want it, in the size that I want. It'll still be like the perfect black for the eyesight, so I'm not completely blind. Bam. And then I'm just going to cut around the sewing needles. done. And then just to make sure, perfect. And now there's no actual glue anymore. Unfortunately, it was just too long for what I wanted, so I did end up cutting off the glue. It's still good, like, to put the glue, but if you want, you can do it that method, is use the sewing needles around to hold the tool, and then do that. So now we're just gonna get to the sewing part. So I'm just gonna demonstrate real quick how I'm doing this. Forward, backward, forward, backward, forward. This is what it looks like with both pieces. The clips are holding the bottom side of the mesh. I'm holding the other side, the top side of it, because this glue is just not holding for some reason. Kind of annoying, gotta say. But this is what it looks like with the mesh. I can see through the mesh. You can sort of see through it. There's me. So it'll be just perfect. Now for the next part. Okay, so I just did this, tightened the strap, and now we're gonna add the veil. This is the veil, it's covered in roses. I have a little piece of scrap fabric that I glued to it with fabric tack, and now I'm going to glue the fabric tack, the mask, to the fabric. So I've glued it on the top, through the ears, and down the side of it, so that it'll be completely glued all around. Now we're just gonna wait for it to dry. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I am gonna be posting the final results once it's dry. Like I said, I glued it all around, and then we did the mesh eyes. I will be posting the finished results on my Instagram, so make sure that you go and you check it out. I hope that you guys found this video to be helpful. Like I said, I got most of my stuff off of Amazon. I don't recommend the brushes that I got, so I'm not going to bother linking them. But I got the mask and the tulle off of Amazon. I'm sure that you can get the tulle at like Joann Fabrics or Michaels when they open again. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Part 2 will be her sweater and all of that fun stuff there. I hope that you guys keep track of these videos, and I hope that you guys subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys just had a blast watching this. I know I did. So thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing, for being part of the family, and I hope that you guys have a great time. I'd love it if you guys would show me your guys' Huntress cosplays, so if you have one, send it to me on Instagram, tag me on your pictures, anything, the works. I would love to see what you guys have. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to post the results once the whole thing is dry. It's going to take forever, but that is okay. I'm so excited. Thank you all for being part of this, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and stay home. Bye. Mwah.